Year, the distance between me and Melissa at that time was very difficult. I felt lonely. And the girl that I had ultimately cheated with was a coworker.
Whether you love or hate the show, we've probably all heard of the interesting relationships that are shown on 90 Day Fiance. The show follows couples that met online. These people always live in different countries, sometimes very far away. On day 1, the couple meets each other for the first time in person. Then they have 90 days to get married or return home, usually ending the relationship. The show focuses on the dramatics of a relationship, the absolute highs, and more importantly, the absolute lows. With this and the nature of some people in mind, it's certainly no shock many people have been caught cheating on their partner. This is the list of 10 90 Day Fiance couples who straight up cheated. Before we begin, remember to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and wait to find out who made it to number 1. Number 10, Natalie and Mike. This one earned its low rank at 10 because we're not sure how true it is. It's just an accusation. Regardless, one episode Mike explained that his close friend had reached out to him because she was getting married. The friend explained that she wanted him to be her best man at the wedding. Since they were so close, he agreed to go and support his friend. The night before the wedding, Mike stayed at the friend's house all night. He claimed that her fiance was supposed to be there too, but ended up staying at his friend's. This led to them staying the night in her house alone. When he told this to Natalie, she didn't buy it for a second. She claims that he's lying and Mike knew his friend's fiance was never going to be there. Natalie believes Mike slept with his friend that night and cheated on her. And as if the situation couldn't get any more confusing, it was revealed that despite all this, Natalie and Mike still ended up getting married. Their wedding announcement was found in a local newspaper, so maybe we'll never know exactly what happened between the two.
You're thinking he was cheating? Or what?
With the woman who was getting married the next day?
If he tells you some details, you would understand.
Number 9, Danielle and Mohammed. Their relationship was a rocky one from the start. When they first met up, it was revealed that they had both lied or omitted certain things about their financial situations. Yikes. Not a great way to start the 90 days. As if things couldn't get any worse, after they got married, Danielle claimed that Mohammed wouldn't sleep with her. She was convinced it was because he was hooking up with someone else. In a later interview, Mohammed claimed that he couldn't sleep with her for physical reasons and didn't elaborate any further. He also claimed that Danielle would turn erratic, crying and screaming on the floor in front of her kids, demanding that he have sex with her that night. Yeesh, that's not awkward at all. On the reverse, Danielle insisted she had found Mohammed messaging many other girls when they were together. And would you know it, once the show was done airing, Mohammed left Danielle. He moved to Miami with another woman. Could Danielle have been right the whole time? Who knows?
And I am damn sure he had sex after we got married. Because you want to know the last time I had sex with my husband? 3 months after we got married.
Do you think every guy in this world has sex with his wife every frickin' day?
Number 8, Lisa and Usman. This relationship was another rocky one from the start. Between Usman's family's disapproval and complications with Lisa and Usman's music career, things weren't looking great for the couple. Despite all this, the couple still married. Not long after, they got a divorce. Shocking. After their divorce, Usman claimed he only got with Lisa because she threatened to hurt herself. However, Lisa quickly rebutted his claims by explaining how she had survived much worse than not being with Usman, including losing her daughter, mother, grandmother, and aunt. She proceeded by talking about how Usman only got with her to be on the show and push his music career. She also went on to talk about the romance scam Usman was committing. Finally, she accused Usman of infidelity while they were together. A classic he said, she said, really. Number 7, Brittany and Yazan. Before Brittany had arrived in Jordan, where she was going to be staying with Yazan for her 90 days, Yazan's family already had many concerns. The cultural differences between Jordan and America are abundant. Brittany was also in a past marriage. She had told Yazan's family that she had the divorce papers with her and was ready to marry Yazan as soon as they landed in Jordan. Little did they know, her divorce was nowhere near finalized. She hadn't even filed it yet. According to her estimates, it would be another 6 to 10 months before her divorce was finalized. Regardless, Brittany and Yazan still met up. As they were walking out of the airport, she hugged one of the producers. Not only that, but when she hugged the producer, a bottle of alcohol in her bag became visible to Yazan. The combination of these two things sent Yazan into a full-swing temper tantrum. He screamed, cursed her out, and told her and the producer off. In a later interview with Brittany, she talked about how big of a red flag those types of anger issues are. Many people seem to believe Yazan was some angel among the 90 Day Fiance franchise, so she decided to shed some light on that. She accused Yazan of drug taking, alcohol drinking, and cheating on her with fans. We currently don't know the legitimacy of these statements, but I think it's safe to say their relationship isn't going to work out.
I'm American, I have my own culture. When you're with your people, you do what your people do. Get the hand out of my face.
Number 6. Evelyn and Corey. Far from a fan favorite in Evelyn's case, and it's not hard to see why. In every episode, Evelyn seems to be bratty, twist his words, and lack basic empathy. As if it couldn't get any worse, Evelyn decided she wanted to take a break from their relationship. During their break, Corey was trying to give her space. Evelyn soon found out that her ex was coming into town, so while on her break with Corey, she slept with him. Whether or not it was technically cheating can differ from person to person. Corey says Evelyn definitely wanted the break, but he didn't. Regardless of what you'd call it, it was definitely hurtful. As I said before, Evelyn was far from a fan favorite. Some watchers of the show believe that Evelyn knew her ex was coming to town, and that was the exact reason she wanted to go on a break. Despite all this, and to the disappointment of many fans, Corey and Evelyn are still together today. They were recently featured on a 90 Day Fiance Quarantine Edition episode, although because of the pandemic, they're facing some money problems. So who knows, maybe the bubble is just about to burst.
Last year, Corey and I went on a little break. I didn't know my ex was gonna come to the town, but then he showed up, and then I made a mistake with him.
Number 5. Anfisa and Jorge. From the very start of this relationship, it was crystal clear that Anfisa liked Jorge for his money, so I guess it's not surprising they ended up on this list. The couple would constantly argue over Jorge not being able to or wanting to buy her anything she wanted. So when Jorge went to prison for distribution and possession of marijuana, it wasn't too surprising Anfisa used that as an opportunity. She had posted a couple of pictures with her and another man on Instagram. She wasn't wearing any wedding ring. She and the man had also made comments on the posts that suggested they were in some kind of relationship. So you might be thinking, well, maybe they just both agreed to move on. He is in prison after all. On the contrary, a few months before Anfisa posted those pictures, Jorge was interviewed in prison. He said that things with him and Anfisa were going well and that she was waiting for him. From the looks of her Instagram, I don't think she waited very long.
I'm literally making a deal for $15,000 and you're really up.
Number 4. Larissa and Colt. This was another rocky relationship from the start. Between Colt's over-involved mother, the fact that he lived at home, and the fact that Larissa hated Las Vegas as soon as she arrived, things were off to a rough start. It seemed all odds were against them. Everyone in Colt's life disliked Larissa. Larissa was also not afraid of standing up for herself, even if it made the situation awkward. This led to many fights between Larissa and the people in Colt's life. However, they did end up getting married. Not too long into the marriage, Larissa discovered Colt had been messaging many other women. He had also received many scandalous pictures from said women. This was more than enough for Larissa to leave him.
How are you there?
Who is against the queen will die.
Respect? I never thought in my life that I would go to the jail in America.
I want Larissa out of my life.
Number 3. Melissa and Tim. Even before Melissa went to live with Tim for the 90 days, the relationship was on thin ice. 1 month before Melissa was going to Texas, Tim slept with a coworker. Tim talked about how he was always very lonely. He talked about how the distance between him and Melissa was really difficult. To help with this, Melissa decided they should get a cat. This way, Tim would get more affection and feel less lonely. However, she was still worried about Tim seeking affection from people outside of their relationship. She didn't know if she wanted to leave her family in Colombia anymore. To try and prove how much he cares for Melissa, he decided he would make the jump and go to Colombia. He wanted to prove how he takes accountability for his actions and how much he cares for her. That's the current extent about the situation that we know. What do you think? Give him another shot, or once a cheater, always a cheater? Let us know in the comments.
Last year, the distance between me and Melissa at that time was very difficult. I felt lonely. And the girl that I had ultimately cheated with was a coworker.
That was our list of 10 90-day fiancé couples who straight up cheated. Which did you think was the worst out of them? Let us know in the comments, and as always, thank you for watching Film Focus.